Hi, this is Shannah, and this is another Pick a Card reading. Today we have the theme, Will You End Up Together? I know it's a question of yes or no, so I'd like you to concentrate on the piles. We have pile 1 with the red heart. Then we have pile 2 with the black heart. Then we have pile 3 with a crystal heart. There you go. Then we have pile 4 with a little red heart. There you go. Oops, I can see it better. There you go. There you go. So concentrate on the piles or on the stones or just on my voice. If you'd like to just concentrate on my voice, then close your eyes and I'll tell you the number of the piles. And the one that resonates most, that's the one you choose. So I'll say it again. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. And of course, you can stop the video if you like. And I will start immediately with pile 1. So here we go. So, pile 1 with the red heart. So let's see what we have here. So first of all, we have Thinker, number 44. Then we have Healing Family Issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Then we have Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Then we have 8 of Wands. Then we have the Page of Wands. And then we have Reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. Then we have It's up to you. And you are ready. So I would say yes, right from the start, right? Yes, you'll end up together. But there are some issues you have to cover first. First of all, you're all in your head. You're thinking a lot about the situation, which is understandable. And 44 is a very positive number, is a number of going forward, of making also the right decisions, taking the right actions. And this is what you're thinking about, what you should do, how it's going to develop, what is the probable future. So you're thinking a lot about the situation, about this relationship, this connection. And as you can see, she doesn't look very happy while thinking about it. So probably, having negative thoughts or worrying or going through all that has come between you with time. Because I do have the feeling that this connection is someone, that you maybe already been with, because we have here reconciliation. So this can be someone from your past, someone you've known before, someone you were together already with this person. And then we have healing family issues. So I think at the moment you're really taking your time, to go through everything that has come between you, what happened between you. And, you're really doing deep work when it comes to patterns or what you've been allowing in the similar situations, and also healing, because here it says forgive your parents, but it could be forgive your patterns actually, right? If the patterns come from your parents or not, that's a very, private and individual issue, but it's like accepting your patterns, letting them go or learning to live with them. And this is taking much of your head space right now and your heart space as well. And you're thinking a lot about the situation, a lot about what has gone or has happened between you. And but the reconciliation will come. There will be some healing also between you too. It's like when you come together, you'll be healing a lot of that happened before. You probably just forgive the person, give this person a second chance. And but I have the feeling that things will be talked through, that there are things that probably you were thinking too negatively about, and then when this person comes back into your life or reaches out again, then that you'll see things from a different light. And here we have light as well, so you will see things from a different light. You'll probably be very relaxed, very relieved that things aren't as gloomy as you thought. And this is confirmed by these two cards. Here we have the Eight of Wands. Some of you will be very familiar with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is like quick communication, quick results. Something comes towards you in a quick manner. Usually it's messages, communication. And you see the face of this young woman here. She seems to be overwhelmed because she's overwhelmed with two butterflies. Okay, but that's the kind of person she is. And but the thing is it's going to be so unexpected. You probably will be overwhelmed as well. It's like you'll be so surprised. You don't know what to think about it at first. You don't know, should I go for it? Should I not go for it? Does he or she really mean it? But they do really mean it, and it will be very passionate, because the Page of Wands is a very passionate kind of person, and wants a new beginning, and wants to start something new with fiery passion and very quickly. And this is like what's probably will overwhelm you at first, because you've been in your headspace for such a long time. At least it felt for you for such a long time, that now having action coming towards you may startle you at first, and you really won't know what to think at first. But the next card puts you a bit at ease, because we have your light is shining brightly and reaching your destination. So you will reach your destination. So everything that you've been hoping for, everything that you've been dreaming about or even worrying about, the thing is, it will come to a happy end, to a good conclusion. And it's because also you've been healing a lot of these issues. You've been letting go of many of your patterns. You've been letting go of many of the hurts. You've been doing this healing work for yourself, and your light starts shining brighter. And the moment you raise your energy, the moment you are at peace with yourself and with everything that happened, things will start developing at a very, very quick pace. So you probably won't be expecting it at all. It just will startle you. And this other person, then, it's just like the law of attraction. It will be very attracted to that light, very attracted to that positive vibe you'll be sending to the world. And you'll get your castle, you'll get your destination. It's like then a dream come true, right? It's the happy end in the fairy tales. And this is coming towards you really quickly. And the cards are saying, and then it's up to you what to make of it. It's up to you to say yes. It's up to you to take the opportunity. It's up to you to own your happy ending. And they say you're ready. You've done your healing work. You're shining your light. So when it comes, you will be ready. So don't be afraid when it comes. You can be startled, of course, but don't hesitate. Don't second guess it, because you are ready to be happy. You are ready to give this relationship a second chance. You are ready to reach your destination. And of course, sometimes when we've been longing for something for so long and suddenly it's there, It's like we can be a bit suspicious because it might sound or feel too good to be true, but that's why they say it's up to you. So listen to your heart and trust your heart, because you've been shining that light for so long, right? So and she's so happy, so beautiful, and saying, hey, you can make that positive change in your life, and you can also accept the love that you are given. And she has her hand on her heart, so you can accept that love. It's up to you to take it, and you are ready to be happy. You are. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. So thank you so much to all that shows pile number 1. And I wish you the best. And thank you so much to all that watch, like, comment my videos. It means a lot to me, and also to all of those who subscribe to my channel. It's just fantastic. Thank you so much. And I wish you a wonderful time with lots of love. Thank you so much. So, and now, pile number 2, the black heart. So let's see what we have here. First we have flexible, number 19. Then we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And then we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. And then we have the 3 of Swords. Then we have the King of Pentacles. And then we have begin now, take your first step. And then we have there is something better. So, the first card is very obvious. It says be flexible, adapt to the circumstances, adapt to the needs of the one you're interested in, adapt to your own needs, and adapt to the reality that is being manifested. It's like, don't have too high expectations, don't try to force it into a fixed mold. Just be flexible and go with the flow, like she is, she's very flexible. And go with the punches, roll with the punches, and be flexible, and not manipulating or forcing a situation into being. So that's the first message. And then we have heart-to-heart conversations and past life relationship. Well, so this could be that this is a past relationship, someone who you've already been together with, or it can be on a deeper level that you really feel this connection to this person that's as if you've already known each other, like you have known each other before. Like, it's a very deep connection. It's not something you can let go of easily. And that's why you're here and you're asking about this. And so either there has been or still are conversations, or if not, is really in the near future, so that you will discuss your feelings with this person. And the vibe I'm getting, because of these other cards, is you've been... Let's examine this card here, seen from this light. I usually don't see it like this, but this is really catching my eye. You see the lady here wanting to talk, like, talk to me. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know your feelings, and so on. And he's looking away. He's looking at the camera, so to say, right? So he can be thinking about it, but he doesn't seem very involved in this conversation. He doesn't seem really willing to talk about it. And this can be, for instance, for some of you, that you had this experience with this person many times, be it during your relationship, in case you've had already a relationship to this person, that this will apply to some of you. that this person, was not very willing to talk about feelings, about what was really going on. And this was something that kept on repeating. That's the feeling I'm getting. Or even if you weren't together, it wasn't easy to talk to this person. This is what the vibe I'm getting from these two cards. It's like you understood each other on a deeper level. You all kind of always knew where you were coming from, but there was, on a 3D level, put it that way, there wasn't such a good communication. And I feel the other person, the person you're asking about, wasn't really open to share feelings or to share thoughts or plans or and you were really willing, and you always try to be really flexible in the situation, always trying to adapt, because you have this really deep understanding of each other on another level, right? It could be even on a sexual level, but it's like you could communicate in other ways. So you always try to adapt to this person. You always try to make the best out of the situation. And for some of you that you aren't together with this person is something, or you haven't been yet, is something that you are doing, adapting to the way of the other person, adapting to their needs, adapting to their way of communication. And it's something actually natural, especially when you're in love. You want to make the other person happy. You want the other person to feel comfortable. You want to show your best side, and you want to, to make things easier, to make things lighter. But it has to be reciprocated in this case. And it's like the other person, the feeling I'm getting, I'm sorry, is the person isn't making as much effort, as much passionate they may be, as deep the feelings may be. But I have the feeling that you're the one who's being more flexible, more ready to compromise. And then here, and this is something that really upsets you. We have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, as we all know, is a very difficult card. And now let's take it this way. There's like the Swords is the card of communication. And the Three is usually this broken heart, right? And for instance, here, this lady here is, doesn't look too happy and is reaching out to a friend, looking for some solace or some communication, or it's just an advice. So this is a card of a heavy heart, sometimes a broken heart. And it's like the communication is not going very smoothly. There's not this exchange as you would like it to have. Of course, many times we can have the case of a third-party situation. And for instance, this can come up when you communicate with each other, because there will be communication. So this may be a third-party situation. And it could even be that this past life relationship is that person's ex. For some of you, it won't be for all of you, so please don't panic. But for some of you, that could be the case, that someone from the past is coming in and interfering with the situation. But now the funny thing is this card, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is like the macho kind of person, right? There are also female machos, believe me. It's not just male machos. But it's like someone that, they know their own worth. They're very stable in their own power. They're the ones who set the rules, usually. They can be kind and nice, but they're very set in their ways. They're very set on their way of seeing the world, and they dictate the rules. They're very close to the Emperor card, right? And this is also earth energy. So they're, like I said, they're very set in their ways. They're very stable. They have a strong foundation, or they feel they have a very strong foundation. They're very aware of their own worth. And the funny thing is this lady here, because she doesn't seem too pleased, to be grabbed by him. She actually wants to run away. She's not very happy with the situation. So the feeling I get from these cards is like it comes to a moment where you say enough. I've tried to talk to you. Even here, you have this conversation. She's trying to talk to her, and she is like very complacent and, discontent. So yeah, right. So you've tried to reach out many, many times. You've tried to have these heart-to-heart conversations. You've really bent sideways many, many times just to please this person or to make the situation nicer, more attractive, what have you. It's like you've tried this many times. And I think your heart is now heavy, is tired. And the feeling I get for people that chose pile 2 is like you're the one who's going to go. You're the one who refuses this person. You're the one who wants to break free from this connection. If this doesn't resonate with you at all, it's okay. Maybe this wasn't the pile for you. It's okay. It doesn't have to. But this is the energy I'm getting here very, very strongly with these cards is you'll be the one that says it's enough. And then we have here, begin now, take the first step. So, taking the first step and going away, find your own luck somewhere else. Now, for instance, this man seems to be leaving his wife and children, right? Well, they look quite happy, so it doesn't have to be forever. But you need this distance. You need this distance. Even if it's not forever, you need this distance from this person at the moment to try your luck somewhere else, to discover a new horizon. And this is then confirmed by this card saying there is something better. There is something better for you. It's like this divine promise. You don't have to stick around in a situation that doesn't do you any good. You don't have to pretend to be someone you're not. I'm not saying that you're faking. I'm not saying that you're being, how do you say, like a false person, right? I'm not saying that, but sometimes in order to get what we want or to please someone, we compromise our own values. We compromise our own integrity towards ourselves. What others think is not important. Everyone is free to think what they want, and that's okay. It's a beautiful thing. But when we compromise our integrity towards ourselves, this is when it really hurts. This is when you get the 3 of Swords, because you're putting these swords in your own heart. You're stabbing yourself. You're selling yourself under worth. You're accepting situations and you're doing things that are beneath you. And sometimes we do things for a certain reason, even if for the outsiders they seem to be beneath us. But like I said, the outsiders may think what they want if we know why we're doing them. But the moment we also think that it's beneath us and we still do them, this is when you get the 3 of Spades or 3 of Swords. This is when you get it. This is when you stab yourself in the heart. And I have the feeling that some of you have been living this situation, and some of you, I have the feeling really for a long time. And the cards are saying you're going to change this because there is something better out there for you, and you're going to take the first step because you have to break free from the situation. It's not doing you any good. And you will do it. You will take this decision, and the card says, begin now. Every step in the other direction is a step closer to your heart, is a step closer to healing. And this is a very important message because now it's the time to love yourself. Now it's the time to make the way back to your heart. And there is something better, yes. And you know what's better, even than another partner, is yourself. So another partner will come because there's something better out there. This is the divine promise here. But what also come is your true self again. And there's no bigger reward than that. It's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. So this was the message for pile 2. Probably it won't resonate with everyone, but that's okay. And don't be mad at me if it doesn't resonate. But this is the message I got. And you can take a pick another pile if you like. It's okay. But thank you so much anyway. I still find this a very beautiful message, and I hope it inspires you. And thank you so much to all that watch, like, and comment my videos and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And I wish you a wonderful time with lots of love. Thank you so much. So, now pile number 3, the crystal heart. So let's see what we have here. We have mending, number 52. Then we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And then we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the 8 of Cups. And then we have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. And here you have ask your angel and peaceful resolution. Now, I know this looks really scary, but let's go step by step. Don't be afraid. Everything will be fine. Now, again here for pile 3, it could be that you've already, have been together with this person and you're trying to mend the situation. It's like you want to fix the situation, you want to make it better. This is a scenario here. And there's another scenario, like, you haven't started yet, but this mending will be needed because of this here, as you've probably seen. So getting to know each other. So this is like probably you are friends, or maybe, you started immediately as lovers and then you got to know each other. And then it was clear, that there is not enough, I wouldn't say chemistry actually here, but it's not enough compatibility. That's what I would say here, because it comes with getting to know each other. But if it had come with chemistry, yes, there's chemistry, but it's not enough, for instance. But I think that's what's not enough is compatibility. And not just because you're too different, no. Because different, people with totally different backgrounds and worldviews can come together because they build the bridges, and find it interesting. There's something here as you get to know each other, or as you get to know each other, that puts you off. Because this unrequited love doesn't have to be the other person. I want you to understand this. It doesn't have to be that it's just the other person that doesn't find you compatible enough or interesting enough. It can be that it's you finding the other person not compatible enough. Especially, when we are interested in someone, but it's in the early stages and you're just dating, for instance. So we start projecting many of our longings and many of our wishes onto the other person. So we actually make them more perfect than they really are. So if you were already together, then at first you have this passion, this infinite passion, and all these projections, yes. And then as you get to know each other, you start to seeing the real person, right? You start to seeing who they really are. And then you can see, okay, there's not enough compatibility. We really don't see eye to eye, and probably not even on an emotional level or in the way how you express your emotions, right? So, and this came to a moment where this love, this passion started fading away, and this is this mending. And I feel like you would like to mend this, you'd like to give it a go, but the card said, get to know the other person, because you probably won't find the other person as interesting the more you know them, right? Of course, it can also be the other way around, but I really have the feeling, it's really interesting. I really have the feeling that's going to be, I'll try that again, mutual, right? It's not that you're going to be rejected. For the most of you, it's really strange, but it's a feeling I'm getting. And if it doesn't resonate, it's okay. But for the most of you, it's could be almost 100% sure that it's going to be mutual, that you have this attraction, physical attraction, but as you get to know each other, that it just doesn't come together, right? And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I don't even feel it that it's a bad thing, because I think even that I have the feeling of a friendship here. So maybe you're already friends and, trying out, maybe there's something more between us, like, the way she's looking as well. But she's suspicious. She really like, who are you really? I think it's these two energies going on. And then you think it come to this, this is it. Okay, interesting. But I think like a friendship will prevail. It won't be into like a romantic love, but will be like a friendship love, if you understand what I mean. It's like, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. And here I find it interesting because she's looking at the coin, and because she's the queen, her face is on the coin. So this coin could act in this context now as a mirror, right? And I think this card is all about self-worth. It's you being more aware of your self-worth. And I think with this getting to know each other is then you seeing, I'm not compromising into something that doesn't reflect my worth, that doesn't reflect who I really am. So you decide to go separate ways. It's not going to be an easy decision, especially when we've invested our heart, our emotions, our dreams and projections into something. But you will depart from this. And I really have the feeling that it's you that will be departing, because you're discovering as well your self-worth. It's like this, if I may put it this way, it's like this was a test, seeing, okay, how far would you like to go just to be right? How far would you like to go just to be in this relationship with this person? How blind would you like to be? I'm not saying this in a negative way, because when we want someone, sometimes we turn a blind eye into some not so lovable characteristics. Yeah. I hope I'm expressing this correctly. So that's why what I meant is how blind you want to be, just to accept anything about this person, just to get the love you want. And I think that you will pass the test. If this was a test, you will pass the test, because you'll realize your own worth. It's not that you're better than the other person. It's not that you have more worth and the other person is beneath you. Not that. You start seeing who you really are, the queen you really are. If you're a man, you're also a queen, because there's a queen in all of us, right? And there's a king in all of us as well. So we're all a bit feminine and masculine, all in the best equilibrium ever, in the best of cases. But so you're finding your own worth, who you really are, and what kind of person you need beside you. And what you'll realize is this is not the person you really want beside you. This person may be wonderful. This person may be like an angel, but it's not your angel. And it's not the destiny saying, oh, you're not supposed to have it. No. The most beautiful thing here is you realizing that it will come from within. And if this message is hurting you now, it wasn't meant to hurt you, because this is beautiful, because all this is a transformation that's coming from within, from within yourself. So it's not the universe, it's not life, it's not God or angels saying stop, you won't have this. It's more you realizing, oh, we're not a match. So that's fine. And I think that it's even possible to have a friendship out of this. And if you're already friends, you'll keep this friendship. Because what we have here is infinite abundance. Sorry, abundance is pouring into your life. So by discovering this truth about yourself, your worth, who you really are, who you want to be, what kind of person you want to be with, then suddenly doors open. Suddenly life is richer because you can move more freely. You suddenly the world has more value because you have more value. You see yourself as being more valuable to yourself. Like I said, it's not a question of being better or worse than anyone else. It's just you being better to yourself. You having that sense that you are worthy of something spectacular, of something beautiful. And this will bring you this sense of joy, a sense of abundance, sense of, being good to yourself. And life will start to reciprocate that feeling. And as you can see, this will bring you like new people into your life. This will bring you new experiences, richer experiences. And because you're not acting out of a feeling of lack, not of a feeling of being unworthy, not of a feeling of having to chase your luck. You'll understand then that luck is all around you, that bliss is all around you. It's abundance, it's infinite. You just have to vibrate at that same level of energy. And that's why we have also here, ask your angels, because to vibrate into that energy, go within yourself, find your own energy, find your own worth. So if you want to meditate, you can meditate. But if you just want to bathe in that light, if you find that connection to your own light, then suddenly you just realize how different the situation actually is. It's how this situation doesn't resonate with the person that you really are. And you'll discover this. This is something that you'll discover then in the next time. Of course, remember also this, the future is fluid, right? The future can change anytime. We're creating our own future at every second, at every thought, at every heartbeat. So, but the most beautiful message here is that you're finding your own worth. You're coming back to your own strength. And this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. And then we have the peaceful resolution. And this is what you get from here as well. And we have mending. So, you can mend a relationship into another pattern, another beautiful decoration. You can make out of something that seems broken, something beautiful. And I really have the feeling here, like with the peaceful resolution, that this connection you're asking about can become a very beautiful friendship. But I think you're the one who will not want it as a relationship. You'll realize that it's not your partner at the end of the day. And this is how I'm feeling this group of cards. This is my intuition. And I find it really beautiful. And if it doesn't resonate with you, it's really okay. Then you can pick another pile, is fine. And but I can only say what I see and feel now at this moment. And I hope it inspires you. And thank you so much to all that watch, like, and comment my videos and subscribe to my channel. And I wish you a wonderful time with lots of love. Thank you so much. Now, Pile number 4. The little red heart. So, first of all, we have chaos and conflict. It's number 33. Then we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Then we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Then we have the Queen of Spades, of Swords. And then we have the King of Swords. And then we have answering the call, the time is now. And express yourself clearly. Now, this reading is really, really interesting. So, you ready? We have chaos and conflict. So at the time, your situation may seem quite chaotic, and that's why you are watching this video right now. And number 33, it's a divine number. It's called also the Jesus number. So what I'm sensing now from this card is, let it happen in the sense, I know it's chaotic, but don't try to make too much sense of it. Don't try to stop the chaos at any cost, right? Just relax. It's like there's divine intervention here, which we have also here in this card. Divine timing is at work in your love life, worth waiting for. Just wait for the waters to calm down. Just wait until everything has calmed down, because it can be that this chaos is there for a reason. This, you have the feeling that you're losing control of the situation, but it's there for a reason. There's something else happening behind the scenes. Is something else being prepared? Is something else taking shape, right? And sometimes things have to get really chaotic before a new order may rise, So don't distress. It's worth waiting for. You're gonna like the outcome. You're really going to like the outcome, is the feeling I'm getting. So I really think that you are getting together with this person, but you have to let divine timing work. You have to let this chaos, just flow over you and relax, because this is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So this connection you have is really, really special. And probably both of you never felt this way before. This is what I'm getting now. I know this card has been interpreted thousands of times, but I'm feeling there's something really, really strong here. You've probably been together also many times. It's like the feeling I get from you too is that something so deep that stands the test of time. And there we go, worth waiting for. Even if it seems chaotic, even if it seems unsafe, even if it seems insecure, if it seems everything is crumbling down, it isn't, because there's this underlying feeling that's stronger than anything in the world. And I don't know if you recognize the characters, but this is Cleopatra and Mark Antony. So the celebrated couple. And so there's this really, really deep connection, right? And it can withstand the test of time. And this is what the cards are telling you. It will. Just relax. It will withstand the test of time. It will withstand any conflict, any chaos, but you have to relax. I know it's difficult. I know. But the cards are telling you everything will be fine if you just relax, if you just let it happen. Because love is there. Love is really strong in this connection. So relax. And why do I know this? Because of these two cards. Look here, the counterparts. We have the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. Now, this is air energy. And I usually don't go into signs because most of us will have a planet in so many other signs, and some planets are stronger than others. a chart is something so individual and so much deeper and meaningful than just the sun, Mars, and Venus. It's so much more to it, so much more. So telling you now the air signs, I don't think that's what this reading is all about. But if you like them, you can check them out. It's okay. Maybe it has a meaning for you, but these are air signs meaning here. They're like intellectual signs. They are much on their headspace, right? And that is what happens with you too. And you look there, like the king is facing her and she's like, I'm thinking about this. And the thing is, you're both really in your headspace because the king has this beautiful red head here and he's not even paying attention. He's looking at his queen. And he seems like to be thinking really hard as well, right? I don't know if you can see it, right? So they're both thinking a lot about this relationship. And they're probably thinking about, that's a feeling I'm getting, like, how will the future be? How can this work? Because I have the feeling this is a not very easy situation. It can be like outside factors affecting this. It could be work. It could be you don't live at the same place. It could be, different life plans, career plans. So, and you're both thinking about it. So these two cards are not very emotional at the moment. So you're not being very emotional to each other at the moment. You're more like thinking about this situation, but they're counterparts. So they're equals. And this is something very, very positive, because you're on the worry of one is the worry of another. So you're thinking about the same things. The only thing is, because if you notice, her sword is pointing at the red head. She's not very happy about the red head. So the feeling I get from this card as well is like the King of Swords, the person you're asking about, this is how I would see it, has someone. Could be from the past because we have all these autumn leaves here, so it could be also the past. That's still nagging this king's heart. There's someone from the past, and he's not really looking at her, but that person is still there. So it could be that there's still communication between them, or there's something still going on between them. Or I could see, because this is a thought card, it's like all about thoughts, that the king, and remember, it's not gender specific, I'm just talking about the card, so that this person here just still thinks about someone from their past, right? But it's like, you see from the posture, is like, he's almost kicking her out of the bed. Like, and then we have all these leaves here. So these brown leaves, like autumn. So it's like, it's the past and it's slowly going away. So this could be a theme for some of you that is part of this chaos and conflict. It can be inner conflict. But the lilies here are usually the cards, for instance, in Lenormand, that these are the cards of passion, of sexual passion, and he's holding his sword in a phallic way. So it's like, and he's looking towards the queen. So that this is where his passion is, where the heart is as well, because we have many hearts here. So I don't know, you can see it. And so there are some themes still that have to be worked, and it could be really outside factors. It could be still someone from the past for one of you, even both of you. And I think this queen is not looking at her king, because I think she's not feeling very sure about the situation. She's maybe still there's not enough commitment. Maybe there's not enough, how do you say it now? She doesn't feel safe enough, and she has to think about it, how to go about the situation. So her sword, so she's not taking action. He's more into this action mode because he knows what he wants, but he still has to think about how to deal with all the situation. She's not in action mode. She's more like, okay, and what now? But they belong to each other and they're facing each other, which is really beautiful. And They're really counterparts, and this is really true love. And one thing that I get from these cards as well is they're taking each other really seriously. They're taking each other seriously. They're really thinking about it. So it's not just passing fancy, just a crush and yeah, that was it. No, they're really considering the situation. They're really considering the other, and they're also being very considerate to the other. That's what I just got now. And then we have answering the call. And by answering the call, we have the time is now. What I get here from this card is like, if the opportunity arises, go for it. Don't play hard to get. Don't delay it any further. Go. It's the first thing I thought when I saw these cards earlier, when I was putting it there, is like, if he calls or if she calls, run, go to that person. And of course, that's a very dangerous advice to give, because I don't want to tell you what to do, but it's like, if the opportunity arises, you have the opportunity, of finding your happy ending, of something really beautiful. So you have the opportunity, go, take it with both hands. But here's also, because that's why you're all thinking about it, and we have the chaos and conflict, because when the door is shut, if you see it like this, right, it seems really gloomy. You have all these naked trees, so you think the forest is dead, the forest is empty, and it could be really scary, and the night is coming, and you don't want to venture too far into this forest and maybe not go there at all. But if you open the door, you have a beautiful forest, and actually it's not nighttime, the sun is rising. So don't be misled by appearances of chaos. Don't be misled. Trust your gut feeling. Trust this, trust the feeling you get of love. And then we have also express yourself clearly. And there we have here with these two, communication cards, thinking and communication cards. So there has to be a clear communication between you two. I know sometimes it's difficult, especially when there's so much chaos involved, and maybe even someone from the past or a third party even, but she's not that important. Believe me, she's not that important. Or he, doesn't matter. We're sometimes afraid of expressing our feelings. We're sometimes afraid of letting our guard down, because we're afraid of being hurt. It's really, really natural. But still, find a way of expressing yourself clearly. And there's something like, for instance, the Queen and King of Swords can do. They're very sharp thinkers. They're very clear with their intentions. So, and like I said, they're really thinking about the situation. So be clear. Always be clear with your intentions and where you're at and what you're really feeling. And this will help the situation to be less chaotic, to be less conflicting, and also, express yourself clearly to yourself as well, because all these thoughts, they can be a bit tangled up at a certain point. Express yourself clearly to yourself as well, and everything will be fine, because it is really worth waiting for this connection. This connection has a lot of bliss to offer you both. And yes, you will be together, but you just have to wait. I'm so sorry. I know waiting really sucks, but it's beautiful, because this waiting won't be in vain. And what seems to be so chaotic has a reason. And it is to pave your path, is to turn this dark forest into a beautiful fairy tale dream. So, and this was your reading. So I hope it resonated and inspired you. And thank you so much to all that watch, like, and comment my videos, and also subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And I wish you a wonderful time with lots of love. Thank you so much.